Well, good morning, Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, and Yoshi. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. I've had the fortunate opportunity to be in the information technology industry since 1965. And that has allowed me to observe virtually every change that's occurred in this industry since it became a major part of our lives. First in a commercial environment, and now in a personal environment. But I've not at any time in that period seen a convergence of trends and technologies that I think is impacting us, again, both in a public and a private way, the way things are being impacted today. I think we're sitting on the front edge of a perfect storm in information dissemination. I think there's 5 trends and convergence technologies coming together. First is the social media, and we all know the impact that's having both on our personal lives, but also now in our businesses. The second is the availability of the broadband wireless, the 4G networks that Renee and Ivan talked about, and its ability to move information. The third are the powerful and very inexpensive electronic devices that we carry in our pockets and our pocketbooks, and that govern a lot of what each of us does each day. The fourth is location availability, a GPS that most of us also carry in our pocket. And then the final thing is the proliferation of mobile applications. These coming together as they are at this time, I think are on the edge of creating what can be a perfect storm. Perfect storm from a good point of view that will change our lives in the way we communicate and the things that are communicated. And not just with respect to your BlackBerry or some other handheld device. Let me give you an example. Hourly rental car business. In many major metropolitan areas today, you can pull down a mobile app on your device and ask to rent a car. It locates where you are from your mobile device with a GPS. Gives you the directions to where the automobile that they have parked somewhere in that area is. It directs you to that. When you approach it, it unlocks the car and enables the ignition. You take the car, you drive it to your destination, and leave it there. It was first introduced by Zipcar, who went public just in June and drove $49 million worth of revenue in the first quarter. It's changing the way business has to think. It's changing the business model. So a rental car lot and cars parked there that need to be accessed by other transportation now has been rendered not as competitive as once it was. Those business models are being changed by these technologies and these trends. And it goes beyond your handheld devices. It goes to your refrigerator, it goes to electric, it goes to energy conservation, it goes to security, as has been mentioned by the other people that are up here. And the opportunity to intersect with each of those. It is actually changing the way news and media is distributed, away from, in many cases, what was the normal distribution methods. And we've seen that and its geopolitical impact around the world, and the information that's being able to be made available and the way folks are able to communicate to one another. Having been in this industry for the time that I have, and looking at this technology and these trends, I can't predict where it's going to end up. But I can predict some of the things that we're going to have to deal with. And with certainty, one of the things mentioned here a lot this morning is the security piece and the need for that. And worldwide now, in the last months, we have observed just how vulnerable we are to cybersecurity and the kinds of technologies that need to be introduced to deal with that. So that what becomes innocent intent when these technologies are introduced doesn't become malintent. The thing that we can be sure of, just as we had information technology needs for management, for security, for performance management, will all be a part of this. Order and discipline will have to be brought to what is now emerging so that it serves the general public in a public kind of way, but also the businesses as well. About 18 months ago, in a talk that I gave, I mentioned that I believed that the industry estimates then for cloud computing were wrong. I said they were low. They were low. They were significantly low, and the rate and pace of adoption has far exceeded what was projected. I believe that today, the projections, the industry projections for what these technologies will bring to our lives and the way we interface in the world going forward are wrong. They are significantly lower than what will happen and are predicting significantly less impact on our lives than what they will really have. Thank you.
Thank you very much.